Hi everyone, it's Mari here. Thank you so much for joining me here on Mari Clark Creations. I'm very excited to be opening day one of the Crafter's Companion Advent Calendar today. This is such a cool concept, and I'm just going to undo the ribbon here and open it up. Look at these adorable graphics on the inside. This is so sweet. Absolutely just the cutest. And over here on the right is door number one. So I'm just going to reach in there with my finger and open that up. It's all perforated, so it's really easy to open. And underneath there is going to be a foil piece that covers, completely encloses and seals up what's going to be inside. And ooh, I see something very fun. Just going to reach in there and grab this. This is actually a little embossing folder, a little 2D embossing folder. It measures about 2 inches by 2 inches. It's very sweet. And there you can just see there's an impression of a flower and a butterfly on there. And also in the opening is this really sweet little die. It's a little corner die, really great for embellishing a project. Here you can see the embossing folder embossed on a piece of white cardstock. And then I die cut the little floral corner element out of some white cardstock as well. So the embossed piece I'm actually going to just put into my decal edge trimmer from Tonic and Tim Holtz. And I'm just going to finish off the edges of the little square here with my decal edge trimmer, just to create a little bit of interest and finish off the edges in that way. It just makes it look kind of interesting and cool and finished. So I really like that look. And it's just a really easy way to finish those edges off. So really love that. This is going to be a really great element for my project here. Now I am going to be using my Shimmer Pearlescent Pigment inks. These are Spectrum Noir products. And I'm going to be using Golden Honey, Peach Terracotta, Majestic Ruby, and Flame Pink in that order. So I'm starting off at the top here with a Golden Honey, and I'm just going to take my ink blending tool, my dome blending tool here, and go ahead and get that inked up and apply that onto the white cardstock. I'm using an Altenew grip mat underneath my cardstock here to hold it on my table. And it just works really well to ink blend in this way because your paper isn't going to move. I'm just going to go back and forth with the different colors and get them blended out until I get a nice smooth blend. I went a little heavy with that second color there, the Peach Terracotta. So I'm just working that down onto the white open area and then back up into the Golden Honey. Now I'm going in with the Majestic Ruby. These pearlescent colors are just so pretty. You probably can't see on camera, but they're just really shimmery and shiny. They just make the most beautiful card front, and they dry really fast, which I think is a bonus. And when they're dry. You don't get the ink coming off on your fingers, etc. So I'm finishing off here with the Flame Pink. And again, I'm just going to go back over the other colors again with the other applicators and just kind of blend them together a little bit. And once I've got these all blended out, it's just going to create this really lovely shimmery yellow to orange to pink red blend. And it just is really pretty when it's all finished. So there you go. You can see that there now. And I've got that adhered down onto my white top folding card base. So I just used a little bit of liquid adhesive to adhere that onto that card base there. You can see that the card front is 1/4 of an inch smaller than the card base, leaving that little bit of white margin. Now I'm using my foam dots here to add some dimension to that little embossed square, which I'm going to add to the center of the project. And now I'll just finish off the upper right and lower left corners of that little square card piece with these gorgeous little corner elements here. So I'm just going to add a little bit of liquid adhesive onto these little corner elements and go ahead and glue those onto the embossed piece on the front. This is just going to create some really nice texture, some nice dimension on the front of our card. This is going to be really clean and simple, really super basic. But just really pretty. This is the Gemini Expressions with Sympathy die set. There's actually 3 different dies, 3 different sentiments in that set. One says with sympathy. One says thinking of you, and one says so very sorry. So just some really nice sentiments to have in your stash for different occasions when you're requiring that type of a sentiment. Really like that set, and they're very scripty. They're just a really nice scripty font, which I love. And so I've die cut that 3 times, twice from white cardstock and once from black. And I've just glued those together to create a more sturdy, a nice thick sentiment here for the front of my project. And now I'm just going to take my liquid adhesive and add that to the back of the sentiment so that I can add that onto the front of my card. The front of the sentiment, of course, is going to be black, and it will really pop off of the other elements that are on that card front. Just it will show up really nicely. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab that last layer and add that on. And it's easier to add these together if you just lay them flat on your table, on your desk, and add them on in this way instead of trying to pick them up and line them up, because they are quite intricate and just really, really pretty. I love the scripty font of the expressions die sets, and there's actually 4 different expression die sets. So there's the with sympathy, there's the birthday celebrations, there's the forever friends, and then there's the hugs and kisses set. So there's in total 12 different scripty sentiments in the expression sets. And I will try to find all of these things and link them up in the description box below, but these are all Crafter's Companion products. And now I've got that sentiment laid on there. I'm just going to snip off the excess. These are sized so that they will fit onto a 5x7 card or a landscape A2 size card. But because my A2 size card is portrait, they just hang off the edge a little bit, but it's really super easy to size these down just by snipping off those little ends. And then that just fits perfectly onto your card front. Now I am going to take some little gems. The gems that I'm going to use are Pink Fresh Champagne Glitter Drops, and I'm going to add those onto my card front using my liquid adhesive and my little gem tool here. So I'm just going to pick up the gem with the sticky end there and go ahead and dip that into the liquid adhesive that I've added to the card front. And then I will go ahead down and add a couple to the lower right as well, just adding 5 of those little gems to the card just to add that little bit of bling. But that wasn't quite enough sparkle and shine for me to finish off the card. I decided that I wanted to add a little bit of gold splatter. So I took some liquid watercolor that's a really shimmery gold, and I'm just going to splatter that onto the project. I did cover up the main area there, the focal point, so that the gold splatter is just going to be around that ink blended edge. Friends, I love this advent calendar. I think it's so fun. I'm going to try to do some more inspirational videos here with the advent calendar during the month of December. Have an amazing day, friends. Don't forget to check out that description box below for the products. Please remember to subscribe and like this video with that thumbs up button if you enjoyed my video today. Have an amazing day, friends, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.